Lost Egyptian pyramids hidden in satellite images. Egyptian Fayum desert holds buried pyramids. They seem very similar to the tops of the Grand Canyon. The pyramids of the Grand Canyon, we see that they're weathered and very ancient, as are those of the Grand Canyon. As I discussed in one of my previous videos, the Grand Canyon pyramids, however, are much older than the Egyptian pyramids. Now, new images from Google Earth and other images show pyramid-like structures in the Egyptian desert, and they could be buried pyramids. Rosella Lorenzi reports, these are formations in the Egyptian desert in the Fayum area. And are they lost pyramids, or are they just naturally occurring pyramidal rock outcrops? The structures were spotted by amateur satellite archaeologist Angela Micol. She used Google Earth 5,000 miles away in North Carolina, and this is what she came up with. These two sections of pyramid formations have been found in Fayum, Egypt, 90 miles away from each other. Located 90 miles apart, the two possible pyramid complexes appeared on aerial imagery as an unusual groupings of mounds, and these mounds had intriguing orientations. One site near Fayum, Egypt, the Fayum Oasis, reveals a four-sided truncated mound approximately 150 feet wide and three smaller mounds in a diagonal alignment. This is the image on the left. The other site is only 12 miles away from the city of Abu Sindum along the Nile, and it features two large and two small mounds. That's the section on the right. First reported by Discovery News, Micol's claim gained widespread media attention and a lot of criticism, as always is the case, until everything is proved. Authoritative geologists and geoarchaeologists dismissed what Micol called Google Earth anomalies as windswept natural rock formations, buttes, quite common in the Egyptian desert. Flat, and then the butte comes out. All right, well, she'd have to prove that they were there for some particular reason. Authoritative geologists dismissed what Micol called Google Earth anomalies. Micol was then contacted by an Egyptian couple. They were collectors who claimed to have important historical references for both sites of the sites that she found 90 miles apart from the Google Earth images. According to Medhat Kamal El-Kadi, former ambassador to the Sultanate of Oman, and his wife Heidi Farouk Abdel Hamid, a lawyer, former counselor at the Egyptian presidency and also an advisor of border issues and international issues of sovereignty, there were more than 34 maps and 12 old documents in their collection. And these maps, 12 old documents and 34 maps, would support the existence of lost pyramids in that exact area. Isn't this fascinating? For the site near Fayum, they cited three maps in particular dating from 1753 to the late 1880s. I guess these maps had to do perhaps a lot with the Napoleonic discoveries and a lot of Europeans having fascination with Egypt and starting excavations and archaeological digs. It could be. The documents would point to the existence of two buried pyramids within the red square, as you can see here on the top middle of the area, the red square, which add to the known Fayum pyramids of Lahoun and Hawara. While the site in the Fayum has not been investigated yet, a preliminary on-the-ground expedition has already occurred at the site near Abu Sindum. According to Micol, it provided intriguing data to compare with El-Kadi and Farouk's maps and documents. Here we have consecutive series of Fayum pyramids, and you can see that in a flat plain of the desert, they are found close to each other, almost the same size, and out of nowhere are sitting on a flat desert plain. So according to Micol, it provided intriguing data, the map that is, to compare with El-Kadi and Farouk's maps and documents. Suspecting the mounds were ancient in origin, locals tried to dig into one of the two smaller mounds. The excavation failed due to striking very hard stone that Ali and Micol believe may be granite. Now, in the maps and in the documents, as well as the images, Ali Soliman believes the big mounds that are shown there and that have been observed are actually hiding pyramids. And in the test that they performed using a metal detector, the metal detector used over these mounds, these pyramidal shapes, signaled metal and showed an underground tunnel heading north, which means that it's unlikely that a natural formation would look like a pyramid or a conal pyramid, have tunnels heading directly north, and have metal objects in certain areas of the structure. This was definitely constructed by an intelligent being. Apart from the two larger and smaller mounds, the expedition team believes the site features a temple or habitation and a row of what may be mastaba tombs adjacent to these mounds. So it looks to be pyramidal complex, and you see the tomb series in this red area. The two larger, smaller mounds, the expedition team believes the site features a temple or habitation and a row of mastaba tombs adjacent to the mounds, shown here in the red rectangle, thanks to a false color imaging technique developed by Micol. Isn't this astonishing? And all this was done 5,000 miles away from North Carolina by studying Google images, Google Maps. When you look at the Middle East, the Sinai Peninsula, the ancient area of Midan, I personally have done that a few times, and I have seen structures in the sand, which are definitely structures that are constructed. And there is today nobody living there, it looks like. For some reason, these areas are totally forgotten. Now, Micol says, "My goal is to go to Egypt with a team of US scientists and videographers to prove if these sites are lost pyramid complexes." Well, she's got the ancient maps, she's got the ancient documents, 34 maps and 12 documents, and they fall onto the exact locations of where the lost pyramids were supposed to be. So yes, that's a fantastic idea. To go and research, do a field trip, and do on-site examination with the experts that are knowledgeable concerning all this. Here's a section of Google Earth. This satellite image shows you the Fayum Desert. It's that little red dot in the middle of these two green sections. The top is Alexandria. At the end of that area where the Nile runs is Cairo. And just southeast of that is the green area of the city of Fayum. In between is the desert of Fayum, which is pretty big, as you can see. And that is where these pyramids have been found. Now, I've played around with this a little bit, and look what I found. Just west of that dot of the Fayum Desert. What does this look like to you? This is more buried complexes. That looks to be ancient cities, circular things. horizontal lines like borders. So you can find very strange structures in the sand. I guess it's nice because of the fact they don't have vegetation, so it's easy to see these structures. So a lot of people would be able to do exactly what this woman did from North Carolina, and perhaps they will also find things as she did. I'll leave links below for you for this on Seeker, Pyramids Hidden in Satellite Images. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.